Top 5 Most Surprising Grand Slam Winners of All Time. Get ready to witness some of the most jaw-dropping moments in tennis history as we take a look at the top 5 most surprising Grand Slam winners of all time. From underdogs to unexpected champions, these players defied the odds and left the world of tennis stunned. 5. Chris O'Neill, Australian Open 1978. One of the most remarkable and motivating moments in tennis history is Chris O'Neill's Australian Open victory in 1978. O'Neill, an Australian native who had little prior professional tennis success, went on to win the Grand Slam singles title, making history as the first Australian woman to do so in more than 40 years. She was also the last Australian to win the title until Ashley Barty did so in 2022. O'Neill had a difficult time getting to the finals. She struggled through several challenging matches, including a grueling 3-set victory over the legendary Billie Jean King in the semifinals. She competed against Betsy Nagelson, an American with the 11th best seed and the betting favorite, in the championship match. O'Neill played with remarkable poise and confidence, winning the first set 6-3 despite competing against a more skilled and highly ranked opponent. Nagelson rallied to win the second set, but O'Neill was unflappable and prevailed in a thrilling tiebreak to win the match and the championship. When O'Neill won the Australian Open in 1978, it wasn't just for her. It was also a victory for everyone who had ever been told they weren't good enough or to give up on their dreams. It continues to be one of the most amazing and motivating moments in tennis history for fans of the sport and of sports in general. 4. Michael Chang, French Open, 1989. Another inspiring and remarkable feat in tennis history is Michael Chang's triumph at the 1989 French Open. Chang was one of the tournament's youngest players at just 17 years old, and many people didn't expect him to have much of an impact. But what came next astounded the tennis world with its display of tenacity, and raw talent. Chang had a difficult journey to the final. Several challenging matches, including a grueling 5-set victory over Ivan Lendl in the 4th round, required him to put up a fight. He competed against Stefan Edberg of Sweden, a 2-time Wimbledon champion and the current world number 1, in the championship match. Both players engaged in an intense back-and-forth battle during the tense and closely contested match. Chang, however, was able to take the lead by pursuing Edberg's shots and maintaining possession of the ball while doing so. He also displayed incredible mental fortitude by persevering despite it appearing that Edberg had the upper hand. At 3-3 in the 5th set, Chang made the unconventional decision to use a play that surprised Edberg. Chang started to serve obliquely instead of conventionally, which caught Edberg off guard and led to a series of mistakes from him. The strategy worked like a charm as Chang won the last 3 games to win the championship. Chang's triumph at the 1989 French Open was evidence of his extraordinary talent, perseverance, and willpower. It demonstrated how even the most improbable dreams can come true with perseverance, hard work, and a refusal to give up in the face of difficulty. It continues to be one of the most amazing and motivating moments in tennis history for fans of the sport and of sports in general. 3. Jana Novotna, Wimbledon 1998. One of the most memorable and sentimental moments in Wimbledon history was Jana Novotna's victory in 1998. The Czech player had been a regular on the tour for many years, but she had always been viewed as a gifted but unreliable player who had trouble handling pressure. But in 1998, Novotna was able to exercise her demons and triumphantly win her lone Grand Slam championship. Novotna's journey to the final wasn't simple at all. She had to persevere through some challenging matches. She competed against Nathalie Tauziat of France in the final, who was also vying for her first Grand Slam victory. Both players engaged in a back-and-forth battle during the tense and nerve-wracking match. The first set was won by Novotna, 6-4. But Tauziat fought back to win the second set. With a 4-1 lead in the third set, Novotna appeared to be in charge. However, tension returned after she dropped 3 straight games, allowing Tauziat to tie the match at 4-4. Many observers were beginning to worry that Novotna would crumble under the pressure once more, just as she had infamously done in the 1993 championship match against Steffi Graf. However, Novotna was this time able to muster the courage and tenacity to dig deep and win the final 2 games to win the championship. One of the most enduring moments in Wimbledon history is Novotna's emotional response to winning the match. When she finally understood what she had accomplished, she sank to her knees and sobbed with joy. It was a victory not just for Novotna, but for everyone who had battled insecurity and self-doubt. Her triumph at Wimbledon in 1998 served as a reminder that anything is achievable with effort, tenacity, and self-confidence. 2. Goran Ivanisevic, Wimbledon, 2001. Goran Ivanisevic, a Wimbledon wildcard entry in 2001, stunned the world by triumphing in the competition in a way that can only be characterized as miraculous. Many experts had dismissed the Croatian as a spent force because of his career-long struggles with injuries and inconsistent play. Ivanisevic, who had persevered, eventually made it to the championship match, where he faced Pat Rafter of Australia. Ivanisevic experienced a range of emotions throughout the match as he struggled with nerves and a strong foe. Both players fought tooth and nail in the 3rd set, never giving in. Rafter recovered in the 4th set, capitalizing on Ivanisevic's mistakes to win 6-3, leveling the match in the process. With all square, a nail-biting decisive set would determine the winner. Ivanisevic got off to a fast start and took the lead. He squandered his 4-1 advantage, however, as his nerves returned. Sensing a chance, Rafter battled back and even had earned an opportunity to serve for the victory at 8-7. Ivanisevic broke Rafter's serve, held his own, and eventually won the match via a thrilling comeback. The final score read 6-3, 3-6, 6-3, 2-6, and 9-7. Ivanisevic's face, as he threw himself to the ground in victory, was filled with unbridled joy and relief. Years of struggle, sacrifice, missed opportunity, and thwarted ambition were swept away, leaving jubilation, relief, and a victory that would go down in the annals of Wimbledon folklore. It had been a long and arduous road to Wimbledon glory, but Goran had persevered and done what seemed impossible. It was a triumph that won the hearts of tennis fans everywhere and served as a reminder to us all that anything is possible with relentless grit and a staunch refusal ever to give up. 1. Gaston Gaudio, French Open 2004. Gaston Gaudio's victory at the French Open in 2004 is one of the most surprising and thrilling moments in the history of tennis. Going into the tournament, Gaudio was not considered one of the favorites, and few gave him a chance of making it past the early rounds. However, what followed was a stunning display of skill, determination, and raw talent that left the tennis world in shock. Gaudio's path to the final was anything but easy. He had to battle through several tough matches, including a grueling 5-set win over his fellow Argentine Guillermo Coria in the final. The match was an epic battle, with both players trading blows in a back-and-forth struggle that lasted over 5 hours. At one point, Coria was serving for the match with a 6-5 lead in the 5th set, but Gaudio refused to give up and broke back to level the score. In the end, it was Gaudio who emerged victorious, winning the final set tiebreak 8-6 to claim the title. His reaction after winning the match was one of pure disbelief and joy, as he fell to his knees and wept tears of happiness. It was a triumph not just for Gaudio, but for all those who had ever been told that they were not good enough or had given up on their dreams. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the top 5 most surprising Grand Slam winners of all time. From Chris O'Neill's inspiring victory in 1978 to Gaston Gaudio's stunning triumph in 2004, these players have left an indelible mark on the history of tennis, reminding us that anything is possible with hard work, perseverance, and a little bit of luck. Stay tuned for more exciting content on our channel. And if you enjoyed this episode of Forehand Frenzy, be sure to subscribe to our channel. In the meantime, here are 2 more splendid videos that you might enjoy watching. See you over there and keep swinging those forehand winners.